Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Today's video, we're going to talk about how desperate the Democratic Party is getting. And it's getting really bad. So, guys, we are watching the Democratic Party have meltdowns. Or rather, we watched them have meltdowns when President Trump was elected as president, and then he was inaugurated. We saw all the liberals in the world pretty much implode. I wish they really did implode, but they emotionally imploded. But anyway, so now that we're watching this mess of the Georgia indictment, which looks like and feels like and reads like bullshit, the worst and utter bullshit I have ever seen in my entire life, especially, guys, knowing that Trump is running and they're trying to do everything they possibly can to discredit him and destroy him. Unfortunately for them, but fortunate for us, we're seeing through the bullshit and we're looking at this and going, this isn't right. The whole Georgia indictment, guys, again, just feels and reeks of bullshit. Now, of course, they have 19 other people that they're being charged, or 18 other people, because I think he makes 19. 18 people being indicted as well. All the indictment charges sound like garbage, sound like crap. That being said, guys, what I think they're doing is a tactical move, not to throw him in jail, because that's not going to work, because none of it seems like they can do it. None of the charges seem like they can land him in jail, rather, sorry. But I watched a TV show called Suits. It's one of my favorite TV shows, only because it's something I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be a lawyer. I'm never going to dress that snazzy, right? And I'm never going to be that smart to be a lawyer. But watching one of the episodes rather, there was a tactic that they were using against a law firm to have multiple lawsuits around the country where the lawsuits were so spread out and in so many different states that the enemy, if you will, used that tactic to run their funds dry so that they couldn't take on all the cases. So because they knew they were running out of money and they knew that they couldn't take on all the cases, they had a partnership with somebody else to bring them that money to help them fight the different lawsuits. So I feel that they're doing this with Trump. They have all of these bogus charges in different states to drain out his funds so that he can't run for president, because they know he's going to win. He has, guys, polls have shown that even in his own party, he is top dog. He beat out even DeSantis and RFK. He beat them out hands down. Now you put that same poll against Biden, and he destroyed Biden in the polls. Now, nobody wants to release those polls because I've been looking for them. And the polls that the Democratic Party did, or rather Biden's campaign did, show that he's done. There's no way he's beating Trump, because Biden supporters are switching over to Trump. Hell, the guys downstairs that I grew up with who are majority Democrats are stating that they're voting for Trump. That's how bad Biden did. They can't even look at Biden. The Biden disgusts them. They're like, ugh, Biden, spit on his name. That's how bad he's doing in his own party. The Democrats, guys, know that Trump is going to win. And there's nobody that's going to replace Trump. That's the problem. I know a lot of people are like, well, we need somebody else there's nobody else. Who else are you going to put? DeSantis is slowly starting to learn that his campaign isn't going to go anywhere. RFK probably already realized that, but it's just talking the talk because he likes to hear his annoying voice talk. That guy talks, it's like a fucking cat is dying and having sex at the same time every time fucking RFK talks. So anyway, nobody wants to hear his bullshit. Nobody wants to hear his talking. He had some good points, but he just doesn't have it. Trump has it. DeSantis is a undercover scumbag, if that makes sense. Some of the shit he's done in his state, and not the shit that he's done in the state, but a lot of the stuff he's done for his state when involving COVID or LGBT and all that, that's great. But that shit he did with making sure he could run president but still hold his seat as governor when he was supposed to resign as governor to run for president, anybody who does that, any politician who plays that scumbag game is a scumbag, because they're not in it for the people, they're in it for themselves. So again, that vote went out the window, and a lot of people recognize that is why he lost a lot of votes. He probably would have stood his ground. He would have resigned from governor of Florida and did what he was supposed to do, he might have still been ahead of the game. But after pulling a move like that, what are the scumbag moves that he's going to pull for his benefit? That's the problem. That's most likely why he lost or is losing to Trump. Now, Trump, he's a straight shooter, but the fucking asshole doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. All he has to do is shut up. Not cry about the lawsuits, just take it in stride. Be like, oh, they're charging me where? We got this. That's it. Not sit there and start fucking crying, hemming and hawing. Because now you just look like a baby. Then you got Rudy Giuliani, who, that guy fell from fucking grace hard. Guy locked up the city. He cleaned up the city. And now he's just like a crying baboon. Nonetheless, these are our choices, guys. Trump and Biden. And we're all going to lean towards Trump because Biden did a horrible job. And we all knew Biden was going to do a horrible job. Especially when he teamed up with that bitch, Kamala Harris. Once he took her on, we knew what that was about. That was so that he can have the black votes because he has a Negro running side of him. The same Negro he wanted nothing to do with when he was early in his stages in politics, when he was actually on stage talking about how he didn't like black folks. Not that he didn't like black folks, but he wanted segregation to stay alive. Sorry. So he outwardly said all of this shit, and somehow Trump became the racist. He hires this Negro as a ploy to get black votes, and black people go, what a nice white man. He's got a little Negro running behind him. And people fell for that bullshit. As soon as she came tap dancing on stage, or her fucking smile and grin, or her shuckle and jive, as soon as she came out on stage, I knew what this was. It mind-boggling that no one else saw it that way. Whatever. Bottom line is that the Democratic Party is so desperate, guys. They are reaching hard at shit that doesn't exist. And to boot, they're going to lose all of those cases, but they're going to run Trump dry out of his funds. And then what? So, of course, guys, Trump needs every last bit of donation that he possibly can get. And that's what he's looking to do right now. But it's an uphill battle for him because I think he burned a lot of bridges when he was president. So there is that. So if he does get certain funding, guys, I fear he's going to sell us out at some capacity. Not all the way, but at some capacity, he's going to sell us out. It's just how the game is run. Though you don't have to play the game. You just have to fucking stay alive long enough to make the changes to piss them off and then bounce. But nonetheless, I think he's going to play the game. But we shall see. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.